Hello, welcome to Handpan Voices. My name is Phil, and this is a bit of a special episode today. This is a new idea that I've come up with called Handpan Voice. No, it's not. Okay. Well, welcome to the next episode of Handpan Voices, and this is a special episode today. This is a new idea that I've come up with for the podcast called Handpan Stories. Now, we all love to hear about the backstory and Jesus Christ. Hello and welcome to the next episode of Handpan Voices. But this is a different episode today. This is a special episode called Handpan Stories. This is more about a story behind one of the wonderful instruments that we all love to play. Now, all the people that I've interviewed or will be interviewing, I'm going to reach out to them and ask them if they've got a particular anecdote or interesting story about where they got that handpan, what it means to them, and what they've... God, should really know. Should really write a script, shouldn't I? Hi and welcome to Handpan Voices. My name's Phil. My name Phil. Hello, welcome to Handpan Voices. I'm Phil, and thanks for clicking on this episode. This is a special bonus episode, which I call Handpan Stories. And in this episode, you're going to hear Amy Naylor talk about one of her own handpans called the Desert Rose by RAV Handpans in Italy. Now, this is special because it's not about the person, it's about the story of the handpan. How this handpan makes Amy feel, how she got it, and what she currently does with it. No! Don't talk about too much. Keep it simple. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Handpan Voices. This is a special episode this time, a new idea that I've come up with called Handpan Stories. Now this is more about a story behind one specific instrument. Now I'm going to reach out to well-known handpan players to see if they have an anecdote or a story they'd wish to share about one of their special instruments. Now we all love these instruments that we play. And some people have a lovely story to tell about them. So I've reached out to Amy Naylor to ask her if she had a story to share with me, and she's recorded one and sent it back, and it is wonderful. It's about her Desert Rose made by RAV Handpans. So without further ado, let's get into this episode. That's okay. One more. Hello and welcome to Handpan Voices. I'm Phil, and I'd just like to start by saying thank you to everybody who showed some love and support about the podcast so far. I really appreciate all of the comments that you've been leaving. It'd be God. Okay. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Handpan Voices. Today is slightly different. This is a special episode called Handpan Stories, where I reach out to handpan players and ask them if they've got any interesting anecdotes about some of their favourite instruments. Well, this episode is from Amy Naylor, and it's all about her Desert Rose from RAV Handpans. So without further ado, let's get into this episode. No! Without further ado. Welcome to Handpan Voices. My name is Phil, and I'd just like to start by saying I really appreciate all the positive comments I've received for the podcast. So, oh my God, this is why you do a script. Welcome to the latest episode of Handpan Voices. This is a special episode today called Handpan Stories. Now, this one particular is from Amy Naylor, a British handpan player who owns a beautiful instrument called the Desert Rose by Handpans. It's a special episode because it's all about an anecdote or a backstory about how a specific handpan player... I was doing quite well then. It was going quite well. I'll go for one final one and pick one. Hello and welcome to this latest episode of Handpan Voices. This is a special episode today and it's called Handpan Stories. It's more about the backstory and the anecdote behind how a specific handpan player obtained that handpan and what story. Oh my God, this is getting worse. I'm actually getting worse. Welcome to Handpan Voices. I'm Phil, and I just want to start by saying thank you to you all for listening or watching the podcast so far and leaving all your lovely comments. It means a great deal to me, and I appreciate your support. So this special episode today is called Handpan Stories, and it's from Amy Naylor about her very lovely handpan called Desert Rose by Handpans. Now, these handpan stories are more about the backstory of these instruments that we all love. Right? They are made with love and care, and sometimes they come with a really interesting and oh my God, I was going well. I was going well. Jeez. Last one, and then I'm going to turn it off. Hello and welcome to the... Oh my God. Hello and welcome to Handpan Voices. My name is Phil and I'd like to start by saying thank you to all of you who have clicked on the videos and listened to the podcasts online. I really appreciate your support and all your comments. It means a great deal. This episode is a special one. It's called Handpan Stories and it's more about the story about the instruments that we love to play. This one in particular is from Amy Naylor, who's recorded a lovely story for me about her Desert Rose by Handpans. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. There we go, got it finally.